4 years after dinosaurs have been released on the central area, people have needed to acclimate to their presence. The Mosasaurus is seen pulling a fishing boat down subsequent to getting its enclosure of fish with its jaws. Many individuals have kicked the bucket from dino-related occurrences, and keeping in mind that many figure the dinosaurs ought to be completely killed off, others have tracked down a way in the underground market to sell and disperse caught dinosaurs wrongfully. The public authority gives control to Biosyn Hereditary Qualities, an organization drove by Louis Dodgson Campbell Scott with the guarantee to keep the dinosaurs held at a safe haven in Italy's Dolomite Mountains to additional exploration them for drug purposes. News Inclusion likewise noticed that Maisie Lockwood, Isabella Message, has vanished after her real essence as a clone was made mindful. At an office in Nevada, Claire Deering, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Zia Rodriguez Daniela Pineda carry a child dinosaur from a Biosyn lab. They join Franklin Webb, Equity Smith, as they get away from in a van, however safety officers pursue them until the three figure out how to lose them. Franklin and Zia tell Claire they can never again keep this sort of work up, and keeping in mind that they support Claire in her undertakings, they are moving on to occupations that are more secure for them. Some place close to the cold mountains in Nevada, Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, is riding a pony to fight an enormous dinosaur. After he's finished, he returns to the lodge that he imparts to Claire and Maisie, as he and Claire are presently her new parents. In spite of the fact that Maisie likes to wander from home and witness the dinosaurs ashore, Claire and Owen attempt to keep her concealed for dread that somebody is after her. This makes her get irritated with them, and she has likewise become inquisitive about Charlotte Lockwood, whom she was cloned from. Adequately sure, soldiers of fortune drove by Rain Delacourt, Scott Fogg, are keeping an eye on them in the forest, Maisie being their objective. Not a long way from the lodge, Blue the Raptor has agamically recreated a kid who Maisie later names Beta. They go hunting a hare together, and Blue aids Beta fend off another dino attempting to get their kill. In Texas, two youngsters are pursued by a tremendous multitude of grasshoppers. This is brought to the consideration of paleobotanist Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern. She researches the ranch where the grasshoppers went after and gobbled up every one of the harvests. Ellie is let by the youngsters' mom know that the adjoining crops, which were immaculate by the grasshoppers, are planted by Biosyn. Ellie reunites with Dr. Alan Award, Sam Neill, who is working with other trying scientists. She carries a caught insect to him and makes sense of the circumstance, expecting that assuming they spread, they might wreck the pecking order. Alan and Ellie figure that Biosyn probably made them so their yields are that remaining parts. Ellie needs to get DNA from one more beetle at the Biosyn asylum and requests Alan's assistance. She was at that point welcomed by their close buddy, Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum. Notwithstanding showing some aversion, Alan at last consents to join. Back at the lodge, Blue and Beta happen upon Owen, Claire, and Maisie. They are completely shocked to see Blue having become a mother. The soldiers of fortune before long take their action and catch Beta. Maisie rides her bicycle across the scaffold and is additionally taken by the miscreants. Owen sees this and gets Claire to pursue them. Claire says she realizes who can help them. Claire contacts Franklin, who presently works for the CIA. He assists them with getting data on Delacourt and guides them toward Owen's previous colleague at Jurassic World, Barry Semben, Omar Sy, who can assist with taking them to any place the Mercs are taking Maisie and Beta. Alan and Ellie show up at the safe haven and meet Ramsey Cole, Mamadou Athey, Biosyn's head of interchanges. He acquaints them with Dodgson, who guarantees they are chipping away at something progressive and notable. Alan and Ellie are accompanied to find Ian giving a talk. A while later, he goes along with them and watchfully lets Ellie know that the grasshoppers are to be sure essential for an evil plan by Biosyn. In the meantime, Dodgson meets with Dr. Henry Wu B.D. Wong, who has since become repentant of his activities in aiding make all the difference for these trials, as he noticed that the beetles have developed at a disturbing rate. In Malta, a partner of Dodgson's, Sonoya Santos Deacon Lackman calls him to say that Maisie and Beta have been shipped independently to Biosyn HQ. Owen and Claire likewise show up and rejoin with Barry. He carries them to an underground market dinosaur ring, where dinos are being sold, eaten, or compelled to battle. Claire meets Kayla Watts Dewanda Savvy, a pilot who flies for the merchants. She cautions Claire about meddling with anybody there, however in the end consents to assist Claire with tracking down Maisie. As this occurs, Owen and Barry stay stowed away and witness Delacourt meeting with Santos to carry Atrociraptors. The two stand up to and battle Delacourt and his men. Owen orders him to say where Maisie and Beta are, and he simply gives him Santos' name before he gets eaten by dinos in the battling ring. Claire battles Santos and discovers that Maisie is set out toward Biosyn, and she beats a free dinosaur prior to joining Kayla. Barry captures Santos, yet not before she sicks one of her dinos on Owen, who is riding a bike to find Claire and Kayla. He figures out how to load onto Kayla's plane similarly as she is preparing to take off with Claire, and Owen utilizes the bike to knock the dino off the slope and into the sea. Maisie shows up at HQ and meets Wu. He clarifies for her that she isn't a clone of Charlotte's, however her genuine little girl who was imitated abiogenetically very much like Beta. Maisie watches video film of Charlotte, Elva Quaver, and sees when she was pregnant with Maisie. Charlotte experienced an infection, however she figured out how to modify Maisie's DNA to eliminate all hints of the sickness. Wu trusts that by concentrating on Maisie's DNA, he can switch the insect episode by modifying their DNA. Alan and Ellie slip into the control space for the beetles to get a DNA test, similarly as Maisie attempts to escape with Beta. Dodgson sounds the caution, which makes the grasshoppers swarm around Alan and Ellie, yet they figure out how to get out securely. They meet Maisie, who can say for sure what their identity is as well as the other way around. She goes along with them as they run. They are found by Ramsey, who consents to help them since he views Biosyn's work as dishonest. He sends them away in a monorail to somewhere safe. Ellie lets Maisie know that she knew Charlotte as an understudy, and says she was a splendid and kind individual. In the air, Kayla's plane is gone after by Quetzalcoatlus, driving Claire to discharge and fall into the trees after they tear her parachute. Owen and Kayla collide with a close-by ice lake. They endeavor to securely advance across it however are pursued by another dinosaur. The two make it across in the nick of time and go to move Claire. She gets down from the tree yet needs to dodge a pyroraptor from following her in the woodland discreetly. Owen and Kayla stow away as the T-Rex shows up to eat, yet she is held off by a Giganotosaurus, a lot bigger hunter. They figure out how to get to Claire. Alan, Ellie, and Maisie are clearing their path through sinkholes and find dinosaurs going after, provoking them to run until they make it outside. In the interim, Ian verbally smacks Dodgson around for his activities, and Dodgson fires him. Ian works with Ramsey to return to Ian's companions. He assists them with getting away the dinos by liberating them from the Nook. Dodgson then burns down the grasshopper lab to annihilate proof. The flaring grasshoppers break free and start flying out from the dark. Alan, Ellie, Ian, and Maisie endeavor to beat a huge dinosaur in a van however are thumped down a slope. Fortunately, they land close to Owen, Claire, and Kayla, rejoining the previous two with Maisie. Claire additionally will meet Ellie while Owen meets Alan. The gathering is then followed by the Giganotosaurus, who nearly gets Maisie, yet she get away. Ian battles it off by tossing a consuming material into its mouth. While the legends work on a departure plan, Biosyn begins to catch fire, constraining the representatives to escape. Dodgson endeavors to grab his work, and Ramsey lets him know off one final time prior to leaving. Dodgson endeavors to move away in the monorail, yet is cornered by a threesome of Dilophosaurus, who make a dinner out of him. Beta happens upon the legends and is quieted so they can securely bring her along. They are likewise found by Wu, who has figured out how to change the beetle's DNA to stop the spread. Similarly as the gathering readies their leave, the Giganotosaurus returns, yet is then gotten between the T-Rex and a Therizinosaurus. The people escape to stay away from the dino battle, and it closes when the T-Rex drives the Giganotosaurus into the Therizinosaurus paws. After getting back to somewhere safe and secure, Alan and Ellie revive their sentiment and later head to Washington, D.C. to affirm against Biosyn. Wu's work is a triumph and stops the insect spread. Owen, Claire, and Maisie get back and rejoin Beta with Blue. Prior to withdrawing once again into the woods, Blue offers one final look with Owen. One last clasp of Charlotte plays over society adjusting and acclimating to dinosaurs on the central area, with her noticing that mankind will sometime or another figure out how to coexist with the dinosaurs.